question number 12. Okay, so this one is kinematics. Okay, so two particles A and B move along a straight line. The velocity of particle A, okay, so they got two velocity here. First is VA is this, and then VB is given this, okay, such that T is in seconds after particles passing fixed point O. Okay, so question A, find the maximum velocity of particle A. So maximum velocity means what? If they ask for maximum velocity, that means dv dt equals to 0. Okay, so that means dv dt, so VA is which one? Okay, VA is 24, so dVA dt would be equals to 24 minus 8t. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so this one equals to 0, so t equals to 3 seconds. So at 3 seconds is where you will get your maximum velocity for particle A. So we just have to substitute. So you get 24 times 3 minus 4t square, so it's 3 square minus 20. Okay, so you just key in your calculator straight away, 16 meter per second. Okay, so that's the first part. Now second, question B, they ask for the time when particle A and particle B meet. So if they meet, it means what? It means they should be at the same position, right? So that means displacement will be the same. So displacement will be the same since you have VA. How to find displacement? To find displacement, you have to integrate. So we find S first. Displacement is S, right? So SA. SA will be integrating VA. So VA is 24t minus 4t square minus 20. Okay, then we have to find the second one, SB. SB will be integrating VB, which is 24t minus 25. Okay, so here you should get 24t square over 2 minus 4t cubed over 3 minus 20t plus c. And then the second one here will be 24t square over 2 minus 25t plus c. Okay, so I just simplify this. I should get 12t square minus 4 over 3 t cubed minus 20t. Then here I'll get 12t square minus 25t plus c. So how do you get rid of the c? So normally for this kind of question, right, we can always assume this. We can assume that when t equals to 0, what is the displacement? Because they are starting at the initial position, right? So that means they haven't moved yet. So s is also equals to 0. So when s is equals to 0, if you substitute t equals 0, s equals 0 into the equation, into these two equations, you will get your c value equals to 0 as well. So there is no more c value. So your new equation, SA equals to 12t square minus 4 over 3t cubed minus 20t. And then this one will be SB equals to 12t square minus 25t. Okay, so we're not done yet. They asked to find the time in which both of them meet. So because they are at the same position, because when they meet means they're at the same position, right? So if they're in the same position, that means SA should be equals to SB. So that means 12t square minus 4 over 3t cubed minus 20t equals to 12t square minus 25t. Okay, so we can notice that they have 2 of this t square. You can remove it. So I'm going to bring the 4 over 3 the other side, 2 of them, because it's a t cube, right? So I make it positive. So I should get 4 over 3 t cube. So negative 25 plus 20, I will get negative 5t. Okay, so factorize this. I can factorize t square. I can factorize t. So I get 4 over 3 minus, t square minus 5 equal to 0. So you got two of the time. Okay, first is t, when t equals 0, both of them will meet because that's the starting position. The second one is 4 over 3t square minus 5 equals 0. So I'm going to rearrange this. So t square equals to 5 times 3 over 4. So t equals to square root 15 over 4. Okay, so the answer is 1.936 seconds. So at these two timing is where it will become the two of them will meet. Okay, so of course when t equals 0, this is the starting point, so the answer is this lah. Okay, 1.936. Clear? Okay, last question. Find the total distance traveled by particle A in the first 5 seconds. So I want you all to see this. Whenever they ask for total distance, take note, because when you have a velocity graph, sometimes you can have positive and negative side. Okay, so of course if you find distance, the answer is, to find distance you have to integrate the velocity, correct? You have to integrate. But problem is, if you straight away put in both from 0 to 5 like this, first 5 seconds, right? If you put from 0 to 5, you will get the wrong answer, because certain part of the graph is positive and certain part of the graph is negative. Okay, so if you put the whole thing, you will end up minusing the two parts. Okay, so you don't want that to happen, because okay, if you don't understand, right, if let's say I got a graph like this, okay, and 5 seconds is here, this is the 5 seconds, so you end up getting this. If you want to find distance, of course you must take this is the velocity time graph, you must take this distance traveled here plus the distance traveled here, correct? But if you just straight away integrate from 0 to 5, what you end up doing is you will take this minus this, so you'll get the wrong answer. So because of that, I would advise you guys to draw your graph. Okay, at least just sketch the graph to know what is going on before you start counting. Clear? So now they want velocity A. So velocity A, we know velocity A is this, right? And when you integrate, when you find D, just now we already found the integration. Where is the integrate part? This is the this is the integrated part lah. Okay, so we already found the S, so we don't have to integrate anything. Okay, normally if we want to find distance, we integrate the velocity, right? But because we have already integrated, so we can straight away use that. Okay, so wait, give me a minute. Okay, so you see, we're gonna plot this graph. The velocity we have, VA, is 24 t. Wait, no space here. VA equals to 24 t minus 4t square minus 20, right? So we want to plot the graph, right? We know it's going to be because it's a negative 4, right? So it's going to be an N-shaped graph. Clear? So we just have to find the intercept. So to find the intercept, V equals to 0, 24t minus 4t square minus 20. Okay, so you can simplify the equation, and in the end you will get your intercept is you will get t minus 5 and t minus 1 equals 0. Okay, so what does this mean? It means the intercept is at 1 and 5, correct? So let's say we got a graph here. This is the velocity graph. E1 is here and 5 is here, and this one is a negative, right? So you know it's going to be N-shaped. So N-shape is going to be like this. I draw like this. Okay, something like this. Okay, so here is the 1, here is the 5. Okay, so the question wants you to find the total distance for the first 5 seconds. That means only the front part here. Okay, so that means they want this part and also this part. Clear? So what you notice is that this part here is negative and this part here is positive. So when you calculate, this one will be a negative value because it's on the negative side of the graph. So what you have to do is you have to modulus it to make it positive before you add to the second part. Okay, so we're going to do this together. Okay, so I got no space, so I'm going to erase this because you already know the graph, right? Basically it's just to find the intercept lah. Okay, now give me a minute. Alright, so now we're going to find the distance as equals to, so the first part we're going to take from 0 to 1 second. So that means the displacement is this, right? Because we already found displacement, so no need to integrate again. So 12t square minus 4 over 3 t cube minus 20t. So what are we going to substitute? Substitute from 0 to 1. Okay, because this part here is negative, so we have to modulus this. Because if you don't, you will get a negative value. If you get a negative value and you add this, you get the wrong answer. Okay, and then you have to plus the second part. So same thing, t square minus 4 over 3 t cube minus 20t. Now here is from 1 to 5. Now I don't have to modulus this because it's already in the positive. Okay, so you won't get the negative answer. So the first part here, when you count, you should get negative 28. When you substitute 1, you should get negative 28 over 3. And then when you substitute 0, you get 0. And then you have to add the second part, which is when you substitute 5, you get 100 over 3. And then minus, when you substitute 1, you get negative 28 over 3. So you become here positive 28 over 3. So you see what I mean here? The first part, you will get a negative value. Okay, when you minus 0, you get negative 28 over 3. So you get a negative value. So that's why you have to modulus it. If you don't modulus, you end up, well, you take this negative plus this, you'll get a different answer. Clear? So you modulus this, you get a positive. So you get only 28 over 3, and then you add this. Okay, so your answer you should get, so your answer you should get 52 meters. Okay, just make sure this one will become a positive because of the modulus. Clear?